I saw a lot of people getting kind of discouraged yesterday after ADA went on a nice rally and then we dropped back down in price across the crypto space. Yes, basically everything was pulling back. And there's a couple reasons why that was, which we'll talk about. But I don't think people realize how good yesterday actually was. It was the largest day we've seen since February 2nd, largest day in these last few months, which is a big deal. And frankly, this is something that can continue and can create a lot of excitement for the crypto market. In fact, this last led us on a major rally across the crypto space. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So we're seeing a lot of green for ADA, for other assets in the space, other assets in the space. And although yesterday we did see a pretty sharp drop back down from all the way up in about this 65-cent range, which was a retracement of about 5.25% for ADA, what we did see was a very nice bounce back. We saw overseas money once again take over, pump the charts. ADA's once again broken out. So these are great signs. Again, we're very much mimicking what we did last year, late 2024. And I'll talk about that more as the video goes on. But why we did in fact experience this drop across the crypto space was, first of all, the stock market crapped the bed once again. Over $1 trillion dumped from the stock market, and it drug assets throughout the space down. People were saying, oh, it's just the same thing. It's a pump and dump. It's a fake out, blah, 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 right? And one of the big problems was that we actually saw short or long interest follow. All right, we saw long leverage positions being opened up following the price movements in terms of ADA. And now I did make a tweet, put it out on the old tweeters. All right. And what I said was, there will be profit taking. Don't get crazy with leverage. All right. And people can do what they want. Right. But when we're seeing this 1.5 trillion wiped out from the stock market, unfortunately, you're going to get a little bit of that pull down. And what we saw was this take place in terms of ADA, in terms of other assets throughout the space, specifically altcoins. And it kind of dropped us back down to the mean. It sucked. It was what it was. But luckily, short interest followed. They piled back on top of here. And now we've slowly but surely been liquidating some of these shorts to the upside. So that's a really good sign. Now, what I will say is very important is that BTC is still broken out. BTC did not have that major retracement for a couple reasons. One, we didn't see long leverage positions follow the way that they did on altcoins right now. Altcoins are essentially trying to get out ahead in the race. All right. This is a marathon and they're trying to come out of the gates with a sprint. And so they got a little bit winded. So they lost a little bit. Because of that, we obviously saw BTC dominance go on a surge. Instead of it being toppy, we saw it surge actually up to I think the highest levels we have seen. Yeah. Highest levels we've seen since 2021. So that's kind of what took place yesterday. But what is also helping BTC right now is that we actually had the largest day of institutional buying that we have seen since February 2nd. All right. $381 million bought over the last 24 hours. You guys can see actually, I think ARK Investments. Yeah. ARK 21, largest accumulator yesterday, $116 million worth of BTC. So you guys can look down here. Largest day we've seen since February 2nd, but really the largest day since January in general. So this, again, may mark a pretty distinct shift that we're seeing in terms of institutional players. Now, why this is so important, why I'm referencing this, is where else did we see this shift taking place? Back in September of 2024. In fact, BTC breaking out above its 100-day moving average was a pretty significant moment. We did in fact see this pump in the latter part of September. We did see a drop, obviously, in the very end of September, but we started to continue to consistently close candles above that 100-day moving average. And this led us on this major rally across the crypto market. Now, am I saying that's exactly where we're at? That's exactly what we're going to do? No, I'm not saying that at all. But we're starting to see a lot of the signs that, the negative sentiment that's been present throughout the crypto market is slowly but surely waning. The more days that we have where we have some profit taking and where we see assets drop down, but get a nice bounce back, that is where you can see more extended more considerable rallies. All right. Now, again, what we're still dealing with is just a lot of this capital just sitting on the sidelines, right? It's slowly but surely tiptoeing back into the space. And at some point, there's going to be a candle where it just drops off really significantly, right? We've seen that happen before. Obviously, excitement back here on March 2nd. We've seen, days like March 19th. What was the other one? April 9th, right? These days do occur. But we just need to continue to see this confidence building in the crypto market. We are feeling that shift right now. I'm not saying that, today's the day that the market's just absolutely going to explode and go on this huge run. But at the same time, I would not be surprised if we have some daily candles at some point where you see ADA go on, 10, 15, 20% run. And we start to see this just confidence ensue in the crypto market. And even if we have sell-offs from those candles, what we may be talking about is higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. This is not a new concept. This takes place, every time after major corrections. This is not a new thing. All right. So the biggest thing I will say is obviously just make sure you're prepared. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. This isn't financial advice, but we're starting to see a lot of those signs indicating that we have some good times ahead. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.